Don't I look civilized? Well, when I was a child, 4 or 5, I thought in dark closets or under my bed was where evil monsters would hide. Yet later in life, once when enraged and twice when utterly terrified, I met a seething, breathing, bloodthirsty beast that lives inside. See, a lot of y'all ain't never met this beast, don't know the monster I'm speaking of. But just wait till your very life hangs in the balance, or worse yet, the life of someone you really love. You may one day see someone you know to be polite and pleasant, personality meek and mild, turn into a screaming savage when something or someone is hurting their child. This beast is usually asleep, just chilling in its cage, but it does have certain wake-up calls, the most common: fear and rage. Now, rage flares up, burns hot, but usually burns out kind of fast. Enraged, one might punch you in your mouth or straight kick that ass. Yeah, rage is strong and volatile, yet fear is stronger still. Enraged, one might punch and scream and such, but a frightened man will kill. Oh, I've seen a young man beaten to death with a Weber grill lid. And the guy that administered the beating went into a kind of a trance. It was later that neighbors had to tell him what he did. I've read an account of a small Asian lady that accomplished an incredible feat. Alone, she lifted the front end of a Buick because her child was trapped underneath. Yeah, I've seen and heard and read about all kinds of accounts of how adrenaline affects the muscle mass's effectiveness and a whole slew of other rationalizing mess. But I know there's a monster that lives in us all, and certain triggers set it free. I say I know because 3 times so far I've met that beast in me. Now this is a long way from shame, but it don't quite approach pride. That second time I met this beast inside, I was in prison, locked up in a steel and concrete cage, but now this is an example of how that beast can be released by both fear and rage. I had just been transferred to a new joint, and later on that same night, I felt a strong forearm around my throat, hot breath in my ear. What's it gonna be, nigga? Shit on my dick, blood on this knife. Big cat had to be 6'6" or more. I mean, he had me by the throat. I'm 6'3" and my feet weren't touching the floor. And I said, stop that! Wait, oh, you joking me? Wait, we don't have to do, we ain't gonna do nothing on them filthy sheets, and you ain't even really hard yet. Look, I'm gonna put some clean sheets on this bed, and then I'm gonna get you real hard by giving you some of this super head, but we don't need no more of this rough stuff, though. And would you believe? This idiot let me go. Oh, it was on. First strike, stiff finger straight to his eyes, and the monster in me was released by that look on his face of pain and surprise. And see, some of y'all know how this close-in fighting goes. It's all about knees, knuckles, elbows. I clamped down on the arm of the hand that held the knife, and I knew right then I was in a fight for my life. Now, this wasn't something that was planned out. No, this was instinct. This was reflex. Hand butted his big ass, and with these teeth, clamped into his neck. Ladies and gentlemen, blood from the jugular vein does not leak out. Oh no, it spurts. And the monster in me was dancing a jig going, oh goddamn, I know that hurts. But that foul-tasting liquid quickly filled my mouth, and I had to open up and spit that shit out. And I spit it out on him. But this brain-dead individual let me get hold of his neck with these teeth again, but this time, had a better grip. Wasn't no way I was about to slip. I don't care how he punched, kneed, elbowed, pulled, I hung on. Heard myself growling, shaking my head like a goddamn pit bull. And I don't know whether it was shock or loss of blood, I guess. But eventually he slid down that wall into unconsciousness. And I used these hands and feet and knees and turned his face into a bloody mess. Drug his big ass over to the bar, stripped off the sheets and started to tie him up. I thought he was gonna come to before I was through. I kept slipping in the blood. Yeah, head wounds bleed a lot. And the monster in me just sort of chuckled, oh, don't worry. He will not! Count time! Count time! The guard, doing count, coming near. She got to our cell and said, count! Oh my God! And went running back down the tier. In the next 15 seconds, I don't think I have ever felt so utterly alone. It's as if the beast in me just split, said, I did my part, dude. Now, you're on your own. 4 months I spent in the hole behind this incident. And when I finally did get to the big yard, a young man I didn't know at all was elbowing his homie, pointing and said, no, the tall dude in the glasses. Oh, partner's hard. Ran up to me screaming, oh gee, man, that shit you did to Bo was motherfucking spectacular. You know what, we're gonna start calling you Count, oh my God, Dracula, yeah. Started getting the what's up nod from some of the older men. One of them told me straight up, I knew somebody was gonna kick that bully's ass, just didn't know when. Then came the ultimate gesture of respect and trust. Jay Busy, a baller out of East Palo Alto, said, yo, dude, man, I don't give a fuck where you from. You can sit over here with us. So like I say, this is a long way from shame, but it don't quite approach pride. That second time I met this beast inside. And see, some of y'all done met your beast, and you know that I ain't lying. Right in here breathes a creature more cunning than any fox, more vicious than any lion. And those of you that haven't yet, or when you do, don't you dare stand around in the bloody aftermath looking all shocked and surprised. Don't act like you don't know, because I just told you so. Dark closets and under beds is not where monsters hide. The most frightening beast you'll ever meet is alive and well and living inside.